Hello and welcome to Funky Fresh Food. Today I'm going to show you how to make kale gnocchi with mushrooms and roasted butternut squash. The first thing we want to get started with is our butternut squash. So we're going to peel it, chop it into small chunks, toss it in olive oil and black pepper, and then put it in the oven at 200 degrees for around 40 minutes until tender. While the butternut squash is roasting off in the oven, we're going to start making our gnocchi. Now gnocchi is surprisingly easy to make, and you only need 3 ingredients to make your basic gnocchi recipe, and that's potatoes, flour and egg. So to the bowl we're going to add our potatoes and give them a good mash. We'll then add in the flour and 1 egg and give it a good stir around until we get a sort of dough. Now to make our gnocchi a little bit more exciting, I'm going to add in a handful of chopped kale. I'm just using kale from the freezer, and I've defrosted it and I've squeezed out all the water before adding it to the gnocchi mixture. We're also going to go in with about 25 grams of grated Parmesan to give it a real nice taste, and a small bunch of chives finely chopped to give it that oniony flavour. If your dough becomes too sticky to work with at any point, just add in a little bit more flour. Once you've mixed all the ingredients together, you'll end up with a nice soft dough. We're going to roll this out on a floured surface until we get a long sausage shape about the thickness of a thumb. We'll then chop them up into 2 centimetre long pieces, put them on a tray lined with greaseproof paper and pop them in the fridge until we're ready to use them. Alongside the butternut squash and gnocchi, we're going to have some mushrooms. So I'm going to quickly chop up some chestnut mushrooms and a couple of cloves of garlic. Now our butternut squash is almost ready, the gnocchi's resting in the fridge and the mushrooms are just waiting for the frying pan. We can begin the final stages of cooking. Everything's going to move pretty quickly now, so make sure you have all your ingredients laid out in front of you so you get the timing perfect. We'll start this by putting on a saucepan of boiling water and a frying pan. When the water's boiling and the frying pan's hot, add a knob of butter into the frying pan and mix in the mushrooms and the garlic, and add the gnocchi from the fridge into the boiling water. As the gnocchi rises to the surface, you'll know it's cooked, so you can fish them out with a slotted spoon and plop them into the frying pan. If you need to add a little bit more butter to stop them from sticking, definitely do that. And we're going to keep frying them until the mushrooms are soft and the gnocchi has a nice crispy coating on the outside. You're now ready to plate up, so grab your butternut squash from the oven and pour it into the frying pan, giving it one final stir. We'll then finish this off with a squeeze of lemon juice, then spoon it out onto plates before crumbling over some lovely goat's cheese. Serve it with a side salad and then you're ready to eat. If you've enjoyed today's video and fancy making it yourself, then remember that all the ingredients and the measurements are in the description below. And if you want to stay up to date with all my videos, then please subscribe.